Hello.
I can't move. The sunlight will burn me like a vampire.
I can move. Yay! Yay!
All right. I have to stay like this now because I don't have any shades on my windows. I'm in blinding sun. I just took a ride on a drone, which was kind of fun. I happened to catch one, and it's sort of like water skiing, only in the air. What the fuck? And I actually, speaking, I did go
Said you
water.
weren't gonna move.
I'm not.
You
I
did.
did go water skiing one time in my life, one time, and it's at some lake in Pennsylvania, as I recall. And it didn't take long for me to lose the
Was
skis.
it Lake Wallenpaupack?
No,
Oh, I just like saying it.
yeah,
Was it Lake Wallenpaupack?
right,
I
really.
like it.
Say that,
Wallenpaupack.
say that 10 times real fast.
What
Uh,
was it Lake Wallenpaupack? I know. Get a piece of wheat in my mouth. Wallenpaupack?
Lake Wobegon. But all I remember is just sheer panic, screaming, and they were dragging me, with the boat. I think I drank half the lake because I was screaming so much and just took on so much water, and
Mm-hmm.
became my own, float. But yeah, that was interesting. Anyway, so much for water skiing and drone flying. But so we did cover about
I
drones.
can't I can't actually say I did any of those, so
Listen,
Dallas,
sometimes
I would like to fly a drone and on a drone, and I'd like to get swamped out by water. I'm already fucking full of water amongst other things. I don't think I need to swallow anything else. Um, I look like I swallowed another person. Lily, oh, stop! You're not. I don't know what you want, and go. Hold on a minute. Go get it. Go get it. You want me to get up. You're asking me. Get it. Go get the baby. Yeah, go get your baby. I can't, I laugh with her constantly.
yeah.
Get your baby. Lily, get the baby. Go get the baby. I can't. She's flipping
Oh,
out.
oh,
You probably can't hear her. She's dragging her back feet. You hear her nails.
oh.
And she lifts her ass up, and she won't go under the chair to get her. No, you get you get the baby. She
Wow.
wants me to get up and go under the chair and get
Right.
it for
Yeah,
her.
get it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
No.
I
Anyway,
know. Our precious little furry babies. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes.
I don't know
So,
what to talk about anymore. I think we should just end the podcast.
that's it. Thank you. Just and please write us and tell us
Oh, you
absolutely
know
nothing.
what? You can talk because she's gonna work for a whole half an hour. I gotta get up and get this for her.
Oh, all right. Well, let's talk to the invisible Barb that's actually sitting in that chair that we can't really see right now. Um, actually, man, oh man, how are you people doing with your Christmas season as it's coming along? Get all your shopping done? No. Did you start shopping? No. Um, but oh, she's back. Look busy.
Want to see something impressive? I have a cake this weekend.
Ah,
It was she's ordered from me before. Um she even asked me a while back ago. She wanted me to do her 50th birthday cake. Here it is. You're paying a nice dollar for a personal cake, and there's no party. She just wanted my cake.
there we go.
And she said she celebrates throughout the entire month, which is
Right,
awesome.
right.
She goes, "Oh no, it's my birthday. I celebrate the whole month. It's good for you." So she, the cake that she requested is I guess you could call it a sugar cake. I was nervous as shit because I've made other things out of isomalt, but I've never made a sail. And a sail is a sculpture out of sugar, melted sugar. You got to be careful because, I mean, last night I was petrified. I thought I was going to set myself on fire. It is so hot, it'll melt your skin away. So you really need protective gear while making this because you're melting sugar.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to make it look like the picture she gave me. Now I gotta finish it. I gotta paint the tips of it gold and stuff, but Tommy, like every time I make something or I get nervous if I'm making it for the first time, he's like, "You're fucking ridiculous." He goes, "You just," he says I impress him with the shit I could do. It's nerve-wracking because it can crack, it can break, it looks like glass.
Hmm.
And this goes on top of the cake. I gotta put cookies in it later. So nervous.
Wow.
It's
Oh my
they call
God.
it looks like a bowl,
Yeah, yeah, right.
but it's a sculpture and it's made of sugar.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Looks like a drone,
but
but
yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah,
Wow.
it's all sugar. So I gotta like paint all of this.
That's amazing.
I had to spray it because the only bad thing about this is it needs to, if you're gonna do it ahead of time. Last night it was very humid. I was like, this fucking thing is still sticky. I was nervous. What do I do? You can't put it in the fridge. It cannot be captured around humidity. You got to put it in an airtight container. And I'm like, what fucking airtight container? And then you need one of those silicone packs, like they put in sneakers or leather pocketbooks or stuff. So I was like, where are they? I usually throw them out. Tommy goes, go into the fridge. It's in the little packet of pepperoni things. And I found one because that grabs the moisture. And I said, what could I put in it? And I have my cake dish that I never used. Um,
Looks like one of those hair dryer things for women, in the
yeah,
beauty
it does. It actually does. I never used it. It's a pop-up. You could push it down and pop it
Right.
up. And it was like it fit perfect in here.
Beautiful.
And I know, I'm just so happy I had this because I was so nervous.
What is your website again?
It's just I don't have a website. I never made a website.
Well, your
I never
your
made a
Facebook
website.
page has your cake, Sweet
It's
Tooth.
no, I don't. I got rid of that, unfortunately. Um
People, if you want the best cakes in the absolute frickin' world, contact Barbie. She's a baker extraordinaire. She makes the most amazing,
uh
creative,
thank you.
artistic, to whatever you want. She'll make a Godzilla cake if you want.
Well, let's
Uh,
not get crazy. I stopped for a little while. I did. I've had people reach out to me. I just had a bad time this year. So it's like you have to, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
sure.
And I remember her asking me a while back ago, and I told her the truth. And she said she understands. She goes through a lot of the same things. And I was like, okay, this is a good time for me to do it. I felt a little better, and I said I
Great.
wanted to keep
Bravo.
my promise, and I did. And she actually extended the time for me. She's like, listen, I celebrate all month. She goes, being that you're away, which I was away last week, she goes, don't worry about it. And then actually, she was supposed to pick it up tomorrow. So I was going to put it all together and decorate it and everything today. And then Tommy had asked her, when are you coming Friday? Because, so she goes, well, what do you mean Barbie's not? He goes, because Barbie's working all day. She goes, oh no, then I'll pick it up Saturday. She goes, the whole purpose was for me to meet Barbie. She never
Oh, there we
actually
go.
met
All right,
me.
good.
So she's extended the day till Saturday. So today I got to go
Great.
do a few things. And
Okay.
yeah, so I just figured I'd show that. I thought
No,
I
that's
thought
great.
it'd be
You
a
should
good
set. You
photo.
should show more of your work. You are an incredibly talented
Thank
baker.
you.
Amazing. That's how I first connected.
Yeah.
Looking up the cakes on Facebook, and
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
it just was. unbelievable,
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank
I
you.
sound biased, but I am not. I assure
Well,
you.
he will, but he is because we're friends.
If
So
you no, but if even before I knew you, if you look at her work, if you look at her Facebook page and you see the type of quality, amazing artistic
thank you.
attention to detail, things that
Thank
she sculpts with cake and icing like people like Michelangelo sculpted with clay.
you.
She's the female Baker
And
Michelangelo.
I am definitely not a professional. We've been through this before. I'm not. Never went to school, taught myself, self-taught.
Hey,
Well, it could be
sometimes
fun.
that's listen. A lot of amazing musicians, for example, are self-taught.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody has to go to school, you know.
No,
So
no. But there in my look, well, I tell everybody, I'm not the only one doing this. A lot of people picked it
well, so
up. A lot
what? Yeah,
of
just
people
hey, there's a lot of musicians too, a lot of whatever, a lot of
No,
trades,
I
But
know, but a lot of people, this particular business, a lot of people had opened up businesses, and
I get
there's
it.
so much of it here in Brooklyn. So that's why I never just, I go with the people I know, the people that have kept,
Well,
with me
you
a
sell
long
yourself
time.
short, but I think you're amazing. I think Barbie deserves a hand.
Thank you.
You, you're good. You. Anyway, so there you go. Everyone agrees,
Thank you. I
So
appreciate that. I do. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's finish the baking.
when you disappeared for a minute, we were talking to the Invisible Barbie. You know,
I
um,
know, and I kept saying, I'm here. I'm here.
you
But
know.
nobody heard me.
Um, I asked I asked the audience. I said, "So, how are you with your Christmas season coming along? Have you done your shopping? No. Have you started? No. Are you finished? No. Whatever. Christmas season is upon us. Here we are, 12/12,
12, 12,
and
12 days away from Christmas Eve. And
yeah, yeah.
uh yeah, usually, I mean, every year is a different challenge for me. It bothers me. Listen, I'm usually very, very depressed. I get my days. Lily has changed it for me this year. I decorated. I just feel, I know she's not. What are you doing? Don't chew my table. Chewing my table. Um, she made things me feel
Sure.
more of I have a purpose. She's my baby. So I decorated. I have little gifts for her. No, mama. Um, and I'm not exchanging. I just can't. I can't do it
Right.
for other reasons this year, which sucks. But I know that's not what the Christmas season is supposed to be about. I
Well,
just
you can
I
go each year.
enjoy,
It's about
I
the
always
family.
enjoyed buying something and it made me feel good, but I can't. I gotta
When you
stop.
can't, you can't.
Well,
It's
that's
not
it.
about
And
the
I
material
just
things, of course.
right. And I just said I can't do it, and I'm not letting it get to me too much.
Good.
Just doing what I'm doing. We're gonna stay home. My nephew did invite us again for New Year's. They're having a big party at the house. For Christmas, they're having a nice Christmas, because they just got their house. So they're trying to do all the holidays this year, and then I guess next year they'll split it up. Whatever. I don't know, but and I did, and I said I really would love to come. It's just for me traveling, and again with Lily, even though they don't mind her being there, it's a lot for me. There's a lot of little kids. I have to watch her. She'll eat
Constant.
everything.
Can't
If I
relax.
drop
Yeah.
food, she'll get
Yeah.
so for me, it's like when there's a lot of people, it's too much.
Yeah.
And it's easy for them to go, "Oh, but she's good." Yeah, because you're not having to pay attention to her.
Right.
You're not having to go, "Come here, Lil, hold
Right.
her." And the
Yeah.
poor dog wants to be, and they don't care, but I can't let her roam
Right.
around someone's
She gets
house.
into something. Yeah. Then you're gonna hear it. And
Right,
of
and I
course,
and
but
I don't want that, and I don't think
right.
she should, roam. And if there's wires, I gotta watch. And if it's too much, it's just too much. So, oh no, mommy. So for me, it's a lot. And I told Tommy, and he was like, "Listen, we'll do what we gotta do." So I'm gonna stay home. It's just gonna be me and him again,
Right.
um, and Lil, and I'll make the best of it. I'll just cook whatever and have our own little Christmas, and that's it. That's
Right.
it. Just dinner and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, make the best of it.
Gotcha. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. I hear that.
and you doing your normal with Marion's family and your in-law.
Yes, I
Kids and stuff.
believe it's going to be Christmas Eve. I think they're coming Christmas Eve. I forget one
Nice.
of it. And then Christmas Day is nothing. I mean, in terms of there's
Right.
no guests.
Right.
Just stay in my pajamas, open all the toys.
Right.
You know, um, yeah. It'll be just nice. Just to have a break from the usual routine. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so we just hope we get through the holidays peacefully. We had a little scare yesterday, as you know, with Tangi. You know,
Yeah.
um, and so the vet said, "Well, you got to be careful now. He's 20 years old, and if there's little things that are going on neurologically or whatever,
Well, explain to the people what happened to him, what you saw yesterday, because if you do get any comments,
Angie had what they thought was a mini seizure. Um, he actually went blind, I think, for a few minutes. His eyes got dilated, and he couldn't see, and he was prowling around the house like and walking into walls because he couldn't see. He was I guess he was blind. So this happened like midday yesterday, and I happened just to be in the next room, and he came. I thought at first he was hunting because he kept prowling, like had that look like he just was,
hmm
you know. And then I looked at his face, and his eyes were just completely black, and he wouldn't stop moving. He wouldn't stop moving, and I called him, and I went to. Then when I picked him up, he immediately tensed up. He got scared, and then I watched him, and he just kept bumping into walls, and it was heartbreaking actually. I was just to see him do that. And
yeah.
called the vet right away. Luckily, with a doctor that one of the doctors that knows him said, "Could you come right now?" And I was out the door before I hung up the phone. Got him
Well,
down there,
because
looked at him.
yeah,
On
thank
the
God
way
they took
there,
you when they did.
yeah, and on the way there, his eyes started to
Go back to
go
normal
back to
quickly.
normal, and then he recognized me in the car. So that was, a relief. And then by the time I got him into the examination room, he was pretty much normal. But they said, well, again, he is 20, and this was the first now, but there may be more. So of course that you don't want to hear that. Um, and he's not in any pain, and so while he was there, I mean, he had an appointment coming up this coming Monday for blood work and to take care of some tartar on a tooth that he had. So while he was there, they did everything else.
Mm.
You got to grab that.
No, I'm reading up. I was just gonna say,
Oh,
don't
oh, it's
know.
fine.
From the man who fucking gets distracted. Okay, wait a second. See, I know. No. Listen, people. You could talk to this man until you're blue in the face, and he will totally look the other way the whole time. Okay? Now he wants to piss me off. This is the second time he's done that when I was
No,
looking on his.
I'm just
Shut up. I do this for notes. To like, if we're gonna talk about something, I'll take, I'll look up things, I'll Google just to give some insight on stuff.
right.
And he has to, it bothers him because I'm looking on the side. I'm paying attention to him, but I'm looking on the side. The difference between me and him, or a man, I should say, is that I hear him. So I will answer him where he'll be like, uh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you said. What did I say, Chris? Well, I know what you said. No, because you can't. You try to back. No, you don't know what you said. And he'll laugh because or he's on YouTube looking at things, or or you're talking, I'm going, yeah, no, I could be crying. Chris? Oh, are you there? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you doing, Chris? Nothing, nothing. I'm listening to you. What did I just say? What you were saying. I know you're upset
Listen,
about what.
Emily, I heard everything you said. I mean,
Okay, so here it is. I am looking up about a cat and why
yeah,
their eyes dilate.
yeah,
Okay, and it has multiple reasons. A
right.
cat's pupils constrict in bright light and dilate in low light to help them see. Emotions. A cat's pupils dilate when they're excited, afraid, or in pain. For example, a cat's pupils might dilate during play, when they're anticipating a treat, or if they're startled. Catnip. The chemical, what is that? Nepetalactone? In a cat, catnip can cause a cat's pupils to dilate, along with increased playfulness and drooling. The effects of catnip usually wear off at about 10 minutes. Other reasons, like your vet said, could be a seizure, a
Right.
bad reaction to medication, progressive retinal atrophy, PRRA they call it, iris atrophy, or optic neuritis, an inflammation in the optic nerve.
Yeah.
So there's multiple reasons. That's probably why she couldn't fully give
Well,
you.
again, they weren't going to do any kind of scan or anything. And again, what are we going to do? And there's not much medication they can treat at this point. So, I mean,
Right.
the main thing is he came out of it.
And it does also say that in a normal cat, like a healthy cat, their dilated pupils could return to normal after a couple of hours.
Well, the
Tangy
thing about this though is
did
that
well in a few minutes.
he couldn't see at all. That was the problem though.
Right,
So he said it was a neurological. The brain wasn't processing,
right.
and he just so. But I appreciate everybody listening on this. So that's just it was a warning sign that okay, now we just have to be more aware and actually it hit me in a way where it's sort of how I am with them. I tend to be I've always been a little more rougher on him. I'm the one that plays with him and
Right,
jostles him around. Marion's the one he cuddles with. So
right.
he knows where the lines. But since yesterday, now it's like I'm not going to be as rambunctious, with him now. It's watching him go through that, affected me, and I said, okay, buddy, I'll still,
You have to still play with him because
I
he
do
knows
that. Yeah,
that.
I do that. He's like a kitten. It's amazing. He's 20 years old and he'll still follow a string across the floor.
Right, and he'll be wondering why isn't he playing with me? Why isn't he
Right.
stroking my
It's
tail?
like
You can't do
it's
that
like
either because it'll be like why all of a sudden.
it's funny because they're up to even recently. If I don't do certain things, like he will not. I'm like, what do you want? You want food? No. Well, I'm going to pet you. Just that's not enough. But if I grab him
Yeah,
and things like I would take his tail and go wop 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 wop, and he'll go,
right.
it's abusive.
Yeah,
He
right,
likes it. And after
right.
that, then he jumps up and he runs toward his catnip toy and he starts to play. It's like that's like starting his engine.
Right.
Like, okay, here
He
we are,
knows.
playtime.
Yep.
Then a couple times, spin him around. No, no.
Right. Tape him to the ceiling fan with tape his tails and his butt and just put it on high fan.
But look, change the dryer. No.
Aw.
So, but yeah. So that's and I see always a lot of times on Facebook too. Now people talking about family but people's pets too, and I always try to respond with something just simple and sending prayers for people in their time of loss and our pets just like family too can make of course life just so much more beautiful, meaningful, and even especially around the holidays, and what's the most uh, striking with this is Tangi's our last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had our dog Nutmeg, and then we had Bootsy, um, who we lost last year, and Bootsy and Tangi they came into our house together.
Yeah,
They
right.
were they're not related, but they were in the same rescue house.
Right.
They came here together and they grew up. We got them. They were both about 6 months,
Mm.
and Bootsy was 19, and they became they were household buddies,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so there's that. I'm sure everyone could tell stories about loving their pets,
Yeah.
just how meaningful they are. My God, you know, I read this quote and it still strikes me when people talk about they lost their cat, their dog, or even bird. We have them all. We got birds, we got rabbit, we got everything. You love something that responds to you in a way. It's love, and whether it's human or an animal. But someone wrote, animals were the only beings that were not expelled from the Garden of Eden in paradise.
Mm. Mm.
And that just, regardless of your views, if you believe that's a literal story, you believe it's a legend, a myth, whatever, I don't care. It's still an amazing story. But animals were not expelled. The
Yeah.
humans were expelled. The
Right.
animals were, you know.
There's
Animals are
more
like,
compassion.
see ya. No.
There's more love and compassion in an animal than there
Yeah.
is in a human, unfortunately.
Unconditional. Yeah, I mean, animals are still animals, yes, but there's something about you look into the eyes of an animal, sometimes, and there's such a depth of something, you know.
Hmm.
And I read when someone said, "How come God or how come nature didn't give animals the ability to talk?"
Yeah,
you know, and the I think the response was, well, because they speak louder than that. They don't need words. They speak through their actions,
the truth.
you
It's the
know.
truth.
And
It's
although
the
at
truth.
times, like what happened recently, I'd be like, I wish I could hear them tell me what's wrong.
Yeah.
Like an infant, the infant can't tell you what's wrong. It was just
No,
crying.
it's like you know something's not right. You
Yeah,
know when they don't feel well, but you wish
yeah,
you knew more of what the problem
right.
was.
Yeah, yeah,
It could
yeah.
be resolved in a way that you could say, okay,
Yes.
I could give you this. I
What
don't have to
hurts?
take you to the
What hurts?
doctor.
What do you experience?
Right, right. Does your
Tell me.
belly hurt? Right. Do
Yeah,
I need to, rub some whatever? It's just like having a child. It's
really.
scary and it's loving and it's fulfilling and it's just
All the above. Yeah.
yeah, like we Tommy will sit there and say, Barb, we can't even do anything. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I could dwell about it and get mad or upset, but it's not like we did much before.
Mm.
I don't expect anybody to say, "Oh, Lily's welcome here," or whatever, because of this, because of that. I don't expect that. Um, but when they do, I'm like, oh, okay, that's wonderful. But again, it depends. If there's a lot of people, not that she's bad,
Right.
it's just harder for me because I feel like I'm confined just to
Right.
her.
You have
I
to
don't want to do
babysit.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
a few people limited, 10, 15, I've done it. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Um, it's just I'm home.
Right.
I have things to do. And she's a lot of work. She is a lot of work. I'm tired,
Yeah.
but it benefits me. She makes me laugh.
Sure. Yeah.
She makes me laugh all
Yeah.
day. I could look at her and go, oh, I
Yeah.
can't because she's little. And the things that she does amazes me every
Yeah.
day. And I go, how the fuck does this dog
Yeah.
know to tell us what she wants? She's a little
Yeah.
bitch. And
Yeah.
I tell her, you're a bitch. And
Yeah.
then she looks at me and then she walks and she just does these things that you can't help but smile and laugh. And I could capture it all day on video. I find myself just taking shots of her. Last night, out of nowhere, she's on me. We're playing, playing, playing. I'm trying. I was like,
Yeah.
every time I relax, Lil, come on, mommy's tired.
Yeah.
She's she comes literally. I'm leaning on the couch,
Yeah.
so she comes walking up and she drops her toy, and I go, what?
Yeah.
And she does this with her head, and she does her
Yeah.
ear, and I go, what?
Yeah.
She does like a little convulsion. What?
Right. Right. Right.
And
Right.
she's going with her teeth. So I did it back to her, and I went, "Ha!" She did it again. So me and her are talking, and she's going, and little tiny barks. So I says, how the fuck does she know that I'm mimicking her?
Right.
And I tried getting my camera out, and just when I did, the dogs in the back were barking. She got all riled up, so it stopped. But there's things that I want to capture because people would either understand and go, "My dog does it too," or "My cat does it," or
Well, I can just see in the videos that you post, just when the camera's on her and just the look in her face. There's such an intelligence and an awareness, in her face, and you can see recognition. You can see her thinking and processing what's going
Yeah.
on. There's so much happening inside that little body, little
She's a
furry body.
character. She is. She's a
Yeah,
fucking character. So I could be miserable, but when you're around her all day,
yeah,
I do. I sometimes go, what? I'm not allowed to sit. I'm not allowed to relax. That's
yeah.
mommy and me time, and she'll
Right.
be out cold. She'll be out fucking cold. But the minute like she smells me and I go, oh no. And she's so cute. So you can't help
Yeah.
and I made her cry yesterday. I did the
Yeah. Yeah.
she I'm sitting there going, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
know.
I'm so guilty. I think I did that more than once. I was like,
Here,
oh
I'll
my
make you a
God.
T-bone steak. Here's a T-bone. It's Tommy's, but it's
Seriously,
yours
I
now.
felt so bad. She yelped so high. I went, oh my God, what did
Uh,
you do? She's so little compared to Dixie. I should just grab Dixie's. You know, you do. I do it to Tangy.
well, I see a sirloin in her future right now.
I know, sirloin. She gets enough. Tommy said, he goes, boy, you really I said, you know what? We don't have kids. It would probably cost us more than what we even have, which it would. She is little. So I cook for her constantly. I just give her good shit. Whatever,
Yeah,
like you said. You give her your cat's multiple. I can't give her multiple, but I cook for her. That's it.
listen. Either you pay the grocer or you pay the doctor.
If I
So
can
you gotta
feed
get
you and this one and that one, I can feed a puppy.
gotta get fuel. So we got the alert
Who cares?
moments ago, so we don't just get But as anything, it's always a pleasure. We cover everything and nothing, but it all
Yeah.
has meaning, you know, to us, hopefully to you. So we will be back as
Yes.
the Christmas season progresses.
Yes.
And if I'm not kidnapped
Inebriate.
by a drone, I saw this thing picture. It was a cat. It was a tabby like Tangy, only it weighed like 75 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's got this cat, laying, and it says, "Protect yourself from being kidnapped. Eat more cake."
He's laying on
Yeah,
the
it's like, go ahead, give it your best shot.
Yeah, I
So,
love that.
in the meantime, everybody, on a good note, eat more cake, but buy Barbie's cakes and enjoy those.
There you
So
go.
you'll be
So
that
I'm
much
saying.
more happy.
Can't go
So,
wrong.
but until next time, and
Yes.
Barbie, please tell them to do all the things they need to do.
They oh, use better. No, seriously.
Exactly.
Again, guys, we could go through this every episode. Like, subscribe, and share on YouTube channel. Everything and Nothing 2210. Follow us on Facebook at Everything and Nothing. Comment, reply, like, share the posts. But again, we want you to comment. We want you to say something. Even if you
Something.
don't like what we're saying, don't like what we're saying. Just say something, or give us an idea of
Constructively, if
a
possible. Yes.
title.
Criticism is fine. Constructive is helpful.
Right.
Um,
Constructive is always helpful,
that
but
was great. So
whatever you want to
please
say it. If you want us to talk about something next time, just
give
ask
us
us.
ideas.
We
Exactly.
want to try to interact. We want to get better at what we're doing. We want to maybe look for a different platform, and we're trying to get out there. So please, please, please do your best to, get back to
Thank
us,
you.
and we'll try our best to get back to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for watching. We love you. Mwah. Until next time.
All right.